right, I'm going to preview what we're going to do on this flex day. So let's take a look at this notes page that we used before. And we used this to do the assignment the other day, kind of give us an opportunity to watch the video. So what I would do is I'd open this up. Of course, you have all kinds of information in here. So what I'm going to add to this, just to make this a little easier, is I'm going to put, first of all, word equations, and then a few spaces, and then formula equation. And just as a note, you don't have to type this, but I'm going to put not balanced yet. Doesn't mean necessarily, a lot of people confuse unbalanced with not, we just haven't balanced it yet. So it doesn't mean it's wrong, we just haven't got around to it yet, which leads us to the next thing, which is balanced equation. These are the three things we're going to focus on. And it might be helpful for you then to just take these three things right here and to copy and paste them to each, underneath each one. And this will help you be very organized. If you don't like doing it that way, I can understand that. Maybe instead you could take a piece of notebook paper and make these three, number one, and then these three things, number two, these three things. Remember, you don't need a 5 and a 7 because there are no reactions. So that's how I would start with this, and then do all the work and do each one. Word equations are using words like carbon dioxide, spelling it out. And then formula equations, so that would be like CO2. So if we had a word equation like this, carbon dioxide, the words would then become the equation. Of course, you can make this a subscript if you want, but not completely necessary. Then you're going to balance this equation. So you're going to take all of your reactants and all of your products and write that out right there. Okay? And then next, the module then opens to 3 quizzes. Now these aren't, they're quizzes in Canvas, but they're going to go in as lab grades. But you can see each one then is just the first thing we type, the second thing we type, the third. We have word equations, we have formula equations, and balanced equations. And so when you click on this, it's going to take you to this quiz. Again, using carbon dioxide as an example. Make sure you spell correctly, that's important. Don't capitalize words. Put a space in between the words, and make sure you use II as your Roman numerals. Make sure they're capital. But as you select this, you can see you'll just simply type this in here. So I would just type carbon dioxide. And of course, that is not the correct answer. I'm just using this as an example. Okay. So what's next then is this, when you do all those, again, the notes, the first thing you did, word equations, take that first one for each one. And then the second one here, we go here, and we're going to do the same thing, only now, as you can see here, we are using our formula equations. So, and remember, you can't do subscripts. So like, for example, if I wanted to do water in here, I couldn't do the too little, but we would do it just like that. Okay? And again, this is not balanced yet. It will be balanced soon in the next quiz. And so the next quiz, you go to this one right here, and you click on that. You can see here, just a quick reminder, just like our assignment last week, you have to put a 1 in there to show that you're not changing that one there. Okay, so you're going to complete all 3 of these assignments, and just as a quick reminder, I really think doing all of this first makes it a lot easier. It makes it easier because you have this to work with, but then you have notes afterwards to refer to in case something went wrong. You get multiple attempts in some of these quizzes, so it'd be nice if you missed it to be able to go back and see what went wrong. So that's kind of your, in a nutshell, what's going on with this Flex Day, and going through this module here, and I'll link you to that. And you can see it's a lot of points, but they're all going in as lab grades, and it's a good way to do a virtual lab. So hopefully that goes well. Let Mr. McSpear and I know if you have any issues with anything, if you have any questions. And remember the discussion we had about the types of reactions too, because that's really going to help give you a guide as to what you should do with all of these reactions. All right. Okay. Hope it goes well. Thanks.